His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash kind of twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. All right, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. A little bit of a late start on the Talkin Moto podcast. It's Monday. You know this is the only place to be on Monday, right, Jason? No other place than right here.
That's right. What's up, America? I guess the world.
That's right. Stupid. F YouTube right now is all I gotta say. Or it could be my computer, one of the two. But I'm putting blame on YouTube for the delay. Jeff should be
I
joining.
say we blame YouTube.
Yeah. I'm alright with blaming them. So we're trying something different. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, it should work just like any other Monday night. But yeah, you know, we're streaming via the Twitch app. I don't know if any of you guys ever use that, so maybe we can try doing this on more of a regular occasion. So
Got me twitching.
yeah, so who knows? It might work, it might not work. We could get 5 minutes in and this thing could we could tank. Things could go south in a hurry.
Or it could be the most unbelievable thing ever.
Right. The glass is half full, right?
You gotta start thinking positive, man.
Yeah. But, all right. So, thinking positive, I'd like to thank everyone that's been helping us out this year so far. Spring Creek MX Park, Moto Kazi, Derek Gibson Art Designs, Plainview Power Sports, and SKD. And, yeah, make sure to check out that Amazon banner on the talkinmoto.com website. Listen to all our past shows via SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube, even though right now, not YouTube. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at Talkin Moto Podcast, Twitter at Talkin Moto, and that lovely Facebook is simply Talkin Moto. Thanks. Hey, I kind of feel like a dick now. You bought me supper, and I was
So?
I should, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I should have laid down that 10 spot for that lovely waitress, and I was kind of a dick, and I only gave her $5.
Oh, you jerk.
Man,
It's all right, man. You had a long drive. Last thing I could do is buy you supper. No big deal.
well, thanks for that. Oh shoot.
I never mind doing a little business with my favorite joint in town.
It was pretty good.
The place was hopping for a Saturday night.
That one guy was getting after, or maybe he wasn't getting after it. He had gotten after it. Is maybe.
Oh, man. I can't believe he stayed awake and stayed on his stool. Because he was pretty much passed out when we got there, and we were there for a good hour.
And it was
Just
early.
kept doing the bobber.
It was
way
early.
early.
Oh man. All right, so let's get. What do we want to talk about? I was hoping Jeff would hop in because we had 2/3 of the TMP crew together. We were a man down, so But that doesn't happen very often. But it
You bring that up to probably get me in trouble. So.
it's all right. I had my boss. Well, it'd be like the big guy at work. Sometimes I forget that I'm friends with a lot of people at work, and sometimes it gets me in a little bit of trouble. But
Yeah.
he doesn't comment, he doesn't like, but he's like a Facebook, looker. Like he sees what I post, and he brought up the dirt bike down at Plainview, so I thought that was pretty funny today. So I did not buy a dirt bike. So sorry to mislead everyone. I thought it was pretty funny though. And
it was a good try.
We even had
I was blown away by how many people bought it.
We even had a loyal listener that was like, "You just said on the last week's show you weren't getting a bike." And I was like, "Wow, people do listen. Like, that's awesome."
Kind of wishy-washy.
Oh no. Apparently having internet issues cutting in and out.
Uh-oh.
Hang on a second.
Better turn some knobs and pull some levers and push some buttons.
Yeah, we'll do some tweaking hopefully. Like I said, we're
A little bit of fine tuning.
Yeah, trying something different tonight. So, but so yeah. All right, where are we at here? Jason, I'm going to ask this question and honest answer, but Daytona, best track of the year, hands down?
That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say. Even the guy that designed the track didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too good at all. But
it's got to be rough to design a track and know how it's going to race, I guess. But I feel like I can look at them sometimes and go, yeah, this just isn't going to work. And kind of I felt like that with this one from the get-go, that it was just going to be kind of a one-lined beast. Unfortunately, that's how it turned out.
Yeah. Jeff, are you with us? I can't see.
I heard something.
Oh, no, he's muted. Yeah, that's just... There was like that finish line section where it was kind of, the left and then the 180 and then the other left, and it was just like inside, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't really fun to watch. I don't know. Maybe I was just tired, but
there's just a lot of single file. If you got out of the main line, you weren't going anywhere, so kind of dull.
Which is kind of, to me...
That being said, there were guys out there passing. There was guys making stuff happen, but just kind of frustrating when you know a guy is faster and you got to watch him struggle to get around for 6 laps. But
right.
On the other hand, that's all part of it.
I was watching just a little bit this afternoon, and normally I'm excited. Like obviously I was up near you guys this weekend, and normally I probably would have ran back, Sunday, and I would have tried to watch the race. I would have tried to watch him tonight, but I really had no desire to rewatch the race. That's not good, is it? But
yeah, that's what it is.
It's just kind of like, meh. But I don't know. didn't enjoy it, I guess. It just kind of seemed like, whoever got the start, and that's kind of how they finished.
A little bit.
Oh no.
What was that funky sound?
Yeah, what was that ping?
We're getting some hate. Got a little hate going on right now.
We're being hated on?
Yeah.
To be honest, Scott, you had it coming.
I had no. Hang on.
Scott said it was the best track ever, so somebody's probably agreeing with him.
Or his employer called him in for a drug test.
Well, that could be.
Alright, I gotta try this.
Scott, did you notice how I was literally 2 laps away from basically cleaning house on Fantasy?
Literally.
No.
I had the top 4 with 2 laps to go in the 250s.
And then it went south.
And then dipshit went straight backwards.
Just got freight trained.
Oh, I was looking like a genius. And actually, I think Tonus got like 6th, didn't he?
He
was like, I had him for 5th, and he just finished, maybe it was 7th. He finished just outside that.
I gotta look. I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, he did get 6th.
Very disappointed.
Sorry, man. My fantasy, my little cheat sheet book's upstairs. Nope. I had Hill for 4th or 3rd and 4th, and I didn't get either one of them. We had a little technical difficulty. But how'd you do in the other league? Did you do it good in Rocky Mountain?
I don't think I got any points at all. And maybe I got like 10. It's impossible to get none in that league.
Right.
I really don't know.
I
didn't win anything, so.
I could get none.
Let's see. Oh, I got 35 points, I guess.
I haven't even looked yet.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I got Tomac, that's right. I got Tomac, and then I got 5 points for some people.
We did have a guy in Talkin Moto get 4 out of the 5 in the 450 class. Oh, that was pretty good. But I haven't looked. I probably did crappy in all of them.
We are being all negative again.
I know. Sorry. Damn it. Sorry. I am a little flustered with this audio thing not working. But I don't know why. This could be a lot.
Can't help you,
Hmm.
See, what happened on your fantasy board? It's 100 points after 2 rounds, so someone scored an average of 50? That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I need to start cheating because do you see where I'm at on that list?
I didn't care.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom. I have 16 points in 2 rounds. Little tough. It's a little tough. But, alright. I didn't check out, and I should have, but I didn't. But didn't you hear on the broadcast, Reed was kind of vocal about how awesome he thought the track was, right? Did we hear that right?
I heard that right. I don't know what his gripe necessarily was with it. They just said that he wasn't happy about it.
Jeff, what was... Oh, sorry, Jason.
I'm guessing he was thinking it was going to be more typical Daytona where it's a little faster, a little more spread out. And it was just kind of another Supercross track.
Yeah, I wasn't pumped on the track at all. It was kind of dumb. I didn't like the way they had a lot of there was too many sweeping turns that weren't 90, they were like maybe 30-degree turns, and then like
Mhm.
berms that were built out in nowhere land and no one would have touched them unless I don't even know what would have caused someone to go outside in some of them. Some of them it was so far outside it was like no one's even going to touch that berm all night, and I bet you there was still dozer tracks in it when it was over.
And the only way to get them outside was to build a pile of dirt, stick a tough block on top of it. There, now you have to go outside.
Yeah. We were kind of wondering, someone, I think, Evan said, you think they're going to move that tough block? I'm like, I don't think they can move it after the start of the race, but who knows? I guess it wouldn't be the first time they changed the track.
They should have had a guy out there that could drop it and then pull it back. You know, like one lap it's out there, and then the next lap it's like a rant. It's like a lottery.
Peekaboo.
Oh shoot, that'd been funny.
I'm guessing that would get kind of ugly as the race went on.
Hey, you gotta be alert. Gotta be alert. What did you think of this whole tape delay? Fan? Not a fan?
Thought it was going to get us in a fight at the park.
Well, honestly, I think like 6 o'clock is too early, in my opinion, especially after next weekend when we're going to do the time change. It's a little early to be doing, because I'm not done for the day, you know? I want to sit down and end my day with Supercross. I don't want to be interrupted with Supercross. So, I'm okay with a later start, but 9 is just a wee bit too late. I kind of want like an 8 o'clock deal, but it sucked because you got to stay away from your phone. You can't go on Facebook, and you got to not respond or look at text messages if you got some idiot that's watching it on Twitter. So, I'm not really a fan.
So do you
I struggled with that as well.
Do you think? I'm curious to see how it affects like the numbers. You know?
I'm guessing
What,
it
the
doesn't matter
ratings?
all that much.
I don't think it does.
Well, everyone who's a fan DVRs it, so no matter what time it's on, it looks like they're watching it.
Right.
But then, I don't know what was on before it. It was UFC.
Mm-hmm.
You think any of the UFC people were like, "Oh, sweet, the fight's over. Oh, look, Supercross. All right, let's watch this."
That's exactly what happened.
No, because when I brought that up at the bar, I got evil looks.
All the UFC people are too busy marrying their cousins and stuff, so they don't watch Supercross. They probably had a wedding to get to.
Whoa.
I don't even know what was going on there, but apparently, like, the main event or whatever lasted like 30 seconds. And I said something like, yeah, but we still have to wait till 9 o'clock to watch Supercross. And they were just like, grrr.
That is a true story. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think that was probably the toughest part. Yeah, it's just like, you know, a lot of times for me when I watch the races, if I'm at home, you know, I'm watching the races and I have, you know, like if I'm on my computer, I have one screen that has, you know, the lap times up and, you know, I'm farting around on the other screen, you know, so it's like, I almost went and looked like, hey, I want to see where, you know, say so-and-so's running because they're not showing him on TV, but, you know, he's out there. Where is he? And I was like, I almost brought it up, and I'm like, oh, yeah, probably shouldn't do that.
Can't do that.
So, but, so yeah. Yeah, it is getting to be, I guess that part of the year or time of the year where it's starting to get nice out, and yeah, especially these 6 o'clock race this weekend or this coming weekend. So is daylight next weekend?
Yeah, it's the 13th. So.
Ah, shit.
I was wondering about that this morning, yet I never looked.
But isn't it
Technically, it won't be in effect on Saturday, so it'll be Saturday evening, Sunday morning. So.
Yeah, they're going to be much more tired on Sunday morning.
I was gonna say, because isn't it spring? It goes ahead, right?
Yeah, we lose an hour.
Lose that hour of sleep.
Ah, damn it!
I'll just stay in bed all damn day. I'll catch up on it.
Guessing I'm probably not going to get to church on Sunday morning.
We got to start talking about tracks opening up here in like 2 weeks.
Heck yeah.
2 weeks?
I was going to say, this weekend might be even soon enough for some.
Sounds like there's a chance that Meadow might open this weekend.
Oh, no way. That was probably my last pick. I figured Staples would probably open up. But.
That's what I saw yesterday from Mr. Roger.
This fat guy needs to get off his ass and get into shape. I know that.
Yeah, same with this fat guy.
I should probably do it too.
You sitting on a fat guy?
So how's your new Cowie, Scott? You liking it?
It turns like a dream.
Yeah, they always turn like shit. Oh, I thought you were saying shit. Sorry.
That's pretty sweet, though, huh? I might let you ride it if you're nice to me.
Well, that's out the
He
window.
actually doesn't really know. He got to ride it around the block here, and then he had to leave it here with me because he didn't want to take it home because he thought his wife would take it away from him.
He hasn't had the he hasn't gotten the guts to tell her that it wasn't a joke.
It's just a surprise. It's not a big deal. Just you had a nice comment though, but
Who, me?
you did.
I don't believe my comment would be classified as nice.
Just say, as I recall, it was this is effing bullshit or something like that. Which I thought was nice.
Oh yeah, but it was fun. I was there. I had a good time with it. But back to Meadow, I asked Roger on Facebook today if they were going to be open. So he said to check the Meadow Valley Motocross on Facebook probably like Friday, and he'd know more. So kind of sounds like if the weather keeps being nice that it might be dry enough. He didn't know, so check that out. I'm guessing this must be like a hotline, so 651-345-3591 if you want to give them a shout. You gonna go, Jeff? Go get crazy?
Still in Jason today. I'm not even sure if my bike's still in my garage.
That could be a problem.
I've walked through there a few times and haven't noticed it.
You should have it in like the garage or in the kitchen somewhere.
Oh, like the dining room, like my brother?
Yeah.
Ugh. My dining room's too nice now. I can't do that.
You're crafty. Couldn't you just make it like a table? Your bike slides underneath it. It's enclosed in glass. Put some stools around it. How's that sound? Like a bar?
And then never ever ride it?
No. Just let it hang out there until spring. It's worth a shot. Alright, so we agree that this track was awesome. TV...
No, we don't agree. Have you not been listening?
Oh, alright, sorry. And we didn't get to watch the semis because they got cut out, but we got to see what that nice little segment on the GPS tracking system, whatever that was called. I don't recall what it was called.
The commercial.
Yeah. What? All right.
What the heck was that thing called? It was like trip something, trip, tip, trip, tip, tip, tip.
I don't remember what they call it. I just remember that it's really expensive.
What was the deal with that semi? So what, because of the longer lap times, they couldn't fit it all into 3 hours? Is that what happened?
That's what that would be my guess.
That was probably their excuse.
I don't know. Maybe a good thing. I don't know. Of course, the semis could have been the best racing of the night, and we missed it.
Well, they rarely are, so. I'm not heartbroken that we missed them.
No. Nope. So then we were watching 250s, and I don't know. I didn't think it was great racing. Let me know your thoughts, but like Malcolm gets a start, Martin's in second, and then it's kind of Hill and Davalos. Or Hill, Davalos, Hill. I don't remember how third and fourth was at the beginning, but it's kind of it. And then Martin closes in on Stewart, and I don't know. Would you say that he was clearly faster, or just clearly, but just couldn't get by him? I don't even remember how many laps he was behind him. It was almost 2/3 the race, wasn't it?
It was quite a while.
And then he finally got by him. Then Hill got by him.
No different than, as I say, it's no different than Hill. Feel like he got hung up behind all of them, really. Maybe Davalos more so than the rest of them when he got up to that pack, but it was one of them races where catching someone was one thing, but passing them was a whole nother kettle of fish.
Right.
I was just kind of waiting for Hill to get the 2-for-1, though. For some reason, I just felt that coming.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. But I didn't even put Martin in my top 5. Oh boy.
I can't believe you.
That's okay. I'll put him in my top 5.
Yep.
What's that?
And it's no excuse that you were driving while you made your picks.
Well, you're right. You're right. But I'll put him in my top 5 this week, and I bet you next week it'll be opposite. Maybe. Who knows?
Never know.
Who knows? What, yeah, and you called it too, didn't you? This would be a race for Martin to win.
I think I did.
I should have listened. Should have.
I'm not sure why. I think I picked Malcolm for the win, and I'm not sure why. Honestly. I didn't expect him to drop anchor like he did. But
I felt like that probably would have been a solid pick. I didn't, even when he was leading, I guess I didn't see him winning. Or I should say when he was leading the heat race, I didn't even see him winning a heat race. It just doesn't seem to have that longevity.
I think I also had him. I think I did have him to win. But I think I had Davalos to finish second though, but yeah. Shoot. What'd you
I didn't
think?
figure Davalos would be all that good in the motocross style track, but it wasn't all that motocrossy.
See, the only real motocrossy part about it was the deepness of the ruts.
Good observation. Which we should have hit up Twitter and see if they could have got Jenny to lay down into the ruts to give us perspective.
That's what I wanted to see.
Really just having a hard time judging depth with your boot. Lay down. Lay down in the corner.
Do you guys see the video of Austin Forkner today?
No.
I got a glimpse of it.
Where he
Oh, go ahead.
he attempted to jump that wall. Was it into the whoops or was it into a rhythm? It was into a rhythm section.
Where was
He
it at?
attempted to triple at Daytona.
Oh.
It was in practice. It was in practice, I guess. He attempted
Yeah,
to
I was
triple
waiting for
in,
someone to launch that.
and he came up so short and landed so hard, and just rode away from it like it was nothing.
But like, what's he doing? Because that was today, right? Or was that yesterday?
No, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was on Saturday.
No.
No, he wasn't at the Supercross.
Oh,
They were
you're
doing
right, it
something.
wouldn't have been. Yeah,
They were doing something after.
yeah. They had the Ricky Carmichael race,
Yeah.
like they always do. So that's what it would have been. I don't know why I was thinking it was on Saturday. Either way, it was gnarly as hell.
It was
Where'd
pretty.
you see it, on Facebook or what?
Yeah.
I think that's where I saw it.
I can't find it on YouTube.
I can't remember. I think I saw it on.
It was either Facebook or Instagram where
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, I think I caught it on Instagram, but yeah, like the first one, like, is he doubling into the? He's hitting the wall and like doubling in, right, where everyone else is kind of singling in or
Somebody
something.
else is just kind of rolling over the wall and then going in, and he jumped the wall.
Yeah. So yeah, the one was good, and then the second time looked like he went a little long and just pogoed it pretty good. But I'm guessing he had to have won. Wonder if I can find that.
Maybe he's young enough that his balls haven't dropped yet. That wasn't an issue for him. Sure made mine hurt, though.
My ankles, my wrists. What is that called anyway? You just said it. Why am I brain farting? Ricky Carmichael.
What? I don't know. It's like the Ricky Carmichael Daytona
RCSX.
Amateur or something or other. Yes, what Jeff just said.
It's just the Ricky Carmichael Supercross, I think.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, yeah, it's just a video. Yeah, he jumped it pretty clean the first time. Is that what you're saying? And then, then he triples it.
Yeah.
Goes for the triple, like, oh, I just broke my face off. No big deal. Keep going.
I'll just keep going.
Not a problem. I wonder why he came up so short. It looks like maybe it's because he's not on a full fatty. But I thought for sure
Might have
someone was
been
going to
part of
bust it out. Even the double was pretty nuts. I don't think I saw anyone doubling it. Oh, yeah, they were all doubling it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the big triple. Then he throws a whip into it. Like, dude, if you're going to jump something like that, don't whip. Just jump it. Too cocky if you're going to whip while you do it. Huge whip to coming up short.
Well, I don't know if you come
Huge
up
whip to, oh!
I want to say it's more like a whip to went too far. Or do you think he wasn't trying to jump?
I don't know. I think he was trying to jump.
Yeah, he was trying to
triple it.
He was trying to triple it.
Ah, shit.
I guarantee it.
Damn kids.
I swear I thought someone was going to freaking launch it on the 450s, but I guess it just probably didn't make.
Well, the only guy that would have possibly done that had a handlebar up his ass and didn't make it. That's right.
It didn't go up his ass.
Maybe he had a... Would that be clutch lever up his ass?
I don't think he really had anything up his ass.
Oh, man.
He just bruised his ass.
What's your guys' thoughts on all of this? I was kind of thinking today, let's for fun say Dungey and Tomac don't run into each other at A1, right? How do you feel Stewart's season would be going?
I think you're confused. You mean Dungey and Stewart?
Dungey and Tomac?
Did I say
What does
Tomac?
that have to do with anything?
You did.
Oh my god. FML. Sorry. If Dungey and Stewart don't...
Either way, he wouldn't have ridden the entire season.
I think it would, that's what I think too. I think
something would have happened.
Yeah. Yep. Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it would have just been a matter of time. I mean, that was a pretty decent sized hit he took from from Dungey. Not that Dungey did it on purpose, but it seems like even a small fall pretty much ends him anymore. Maybe it is all tied back to that concussion he got at the first round, but I don't think so. I don't know. He wouldn't have made it. And I don't think he's got the speed in him to win either, so he's just, this year he hasn't done anything to say that he can win, or show that he can win. He might have that, it's heat races and stuff are on lock, but he's like the Martin Davalos
Whoa.
of the 450s.
I like the meme that I saw today of him in Villapoto.
Is that
it said something like, I can't wait till the day that we both loop out and quit, or something like that. Loop out and retire.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just kind of with what's happened so far, and I don't know. I guess not that they have to tell us what's all going on, but I feel like that there's a piece of the puzzle that they're not telling you, like, what's going on, if that makes sense. You know, like, maybe it's worse than they're saying, or maybe it's got nothing to do with that at all, but I don't know, just something, the whole thing just seems kind of off, I guess, to me.
Maybe it's because he can't take his drugs anymore.
I thought he could, though.
Well, maybe he can. I don't know.
Yeah, something. But does that makes sense? At least it does to me.
I think you're looking too far into it. I think he's just to the point where it's really hard to come back.
Right. I hear you there too.
And maybe he's making it harder than it really needs to be. Or maybe there's just too much attention drawn to it, or who knows.
Well, speaking of attention, like, and I could have maybe fallen asleep during the 450 main, but I don't think I did. But did you notice Millsap crashing? I had no idea
No.
until I'm on
No.
Racer X this morning, and it's like broken ribs and whatever else happened to him. I'm like, wow. Didn't even mention that. But, you know, Jenny has to go hang out his hauler and see if he comes out, you know? Bastards. I don't know.
I thought that was pretty funny.
What? That they sent her back there?
It was like an hour later. I've been here since the crash, and we have not seen him yet. He was in pain. It's like, what are you doing back there? You're supposed to be on the track.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So do you think he races this weekend?
I doubt it.
One negative, Jeff? Two negative?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, man.
Silence means no.
Yeah, I mean, you void your answer. Just pick majority. So, I don't... I'm going to have to lean towards no, but you'd have to assume that if he does, he's not going to be feeling that great. And if he's banged up that bad, it's just kind of, I don't know. There's like, one weekend they have off coming up? Other than that, he's got nothing.
Well, what's he got to race for anymore, other than to shut people up, which he's not doing a very good job of doing.
Right. Yep. It's not looking good. And then I have it wrote down that you even called the 450 winner this week.
In a way, yes.
I
know I've been saying for a long time that he would never win on a Cowie, but then I did throw in last week that if he was going to win, Daytona would be where he did it. But I still didn't expect him to win. You know, I guess when he pulled the Holy and started to run away, it's like, yep, this is going to happen. He was looking pretty good. He was pretty dialed in.
And I didn't have really time to look either, but I think he had top qualifying time too, so obviously got the speed and got the good start. He's outie. Did you see the Racer X poll today with Tomac?
No.
So you have three options. Option A is he turned it around, here come the wins. B, Daytona is a unique track, so it's hard to judge. Or C, whoever got the start is going to win. Or the question was, what does Eli Tomac's win mean? And
I think I got to go with B. He's got to win another race before I could say he's got it figured out.
Cool.
I feel like as much as that track at Daytona was kind of more Supercrossy, I still think it's a totally different animal from, a stadium track. So if he does well this weekend, then yeah, I'd be inclined to say that he got it figured out and he's back where he needs to be. But time will tell.
I went a different direction with the voting than you. I went with C. But it's okay. Now
Do you think that's true in a stadium track though? Because I don't feel like that's true.
No, No, I think he got a good start, and I'm gonna say that it was a little tough to pass, but I didn't get.
Number one, I feel like if it was earlier in the season, there would have been a little more fight from especially Dungey to try to run with him and try to get ahead of him. But Dungey's to the point now where if he finishes in the top three, I mean, he's got it nailed. So
Right.
you're not going to see him go right over his head trying to win races at this point. Why would he?
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need to. He is. Sorry, my math is awesome. What is he? One. So yeah, he's almost 60 points up on Tomac. So. No, yeah, I mean, definitely a little bit more for him to lose, but. Here's another thought. Maybe it's different if you're actually there and the environment's different, but I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit. It doesn't look like the viewing is all that spectacular.
Looks terrible.
This is radical thinking, but what would you think if they were to dump this race?
They can't dump it. How could they dump it?
Right. I know it's tied in with whatever bike week and all that, but
yeah,
it's just spitballing.
That could never happen. I mean, I guess over the years, Daytona used to be a huge deal for me. I don't know why, but for some reason I used to really look forward to Daytona. Now it's just like it's any other race. And I almost kind of don't like it anymore just because it's not, I don't know, it seems like it's an entity all its own. It's not really part of the series, but I don't know. It'll never go anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I look at going to Daytona the same way I would look at going to an NHL Stadium Series game. And it's like, why would you spend the money to go to a race there when the viewing is absolutely horrible? I mean, probably the best place to view would be standing on the tri-oval, and you couldn't pay me enough to stand on that tri-oval for a race. So,
well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was just too busy and didn't kind of. That's how I feel, honestly. Don't judge me.
no judgment.
Did Jeff die?
I don't know.
Jeff, say something. Nope.
Did he fall asleep?
He's got the next segment coming up. Because I have
Did
no idea.
Did he mute or did he just go away?
No, he says he's here.
Interesting.
I see the MXGP of Thailand.
Yeah, apparently they don't have water in Thailand.
I didn't see nothing. I couldn't even tell you.
I caught like the end of whatever they call it.
Wasn't
the GP race last night, but
no, isn't that what Villapoto won? Like, would that be last year? Or is that last year already? 2 years ago? Oh boy, I have no idea.
I don't know.
And it was like 130 degrees or something like that. I think it was.
Might have been.
Well, sorry, we have no MXGP segment because Jeff is dead.
Our GP expert is not talking to us.
Yep. He probably.
That race yesterday, I don't know if the rest of them were the same because I wasn't getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch them when they were on.
Mm.
But that race last night was like the most spread out, boring thing ever. Even, what's his name, the commentator guy he just sounded like he wanted to be anywhere but there.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, the track was it was just terrible. I mean, picture Kellogg on its worst day ever. Number one, it was just windy as hell and just dust flying all over the place. It just looked horrible.
Huh. Yeah, that is no good. Yeah, I told you guys I was going to try to pay more attention, and this is the second round, and I've paid no attention. Damn it.
Paid zero attention. It's hard to follow. It really is. There isn't, unless you actually put in the effort to follow when they're actually on and when you can watch them and where they're at. It's hard to follow. It was one thing the last 2 weeks because you knew it was 2 weeks in a row, but like I can't even tell you when the next race is now.
Right. Yeah, I'm worried about Jeff.
I think he's probably okay.
I think all I know is that I think Erling's won again. I can't even tell you who won the big ones. So
Roman Fevra.
That was my
by like 16 seconds.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say, but then who got like.
That's all I can really tell you.
Do we recall who won last week?
No.
Ah, shoot. All right, let's stop the bleeding on the MX junkies.
I barely remember yesterday.
Oh, shoot. But, yeah, honestly, dude, that's all I got. I got nothing else. We talked about Meadow, so if you guys are maybe looking for a place to ride and you've made it this long into our beautiful Monday night podcast, check out Meadow Valley on Facebook, Meadow Valley Motocross. I believe Roger said probably Friday he would know if it was going to happen or not. So
the weather's looking pretty good. We already dodged the rain that we were supposed to get today, so depends on what happens tomorrow now. And I don't know. I don't know what it's like down there. I'm a little bit skeptical just because, like, I was out in the yard yesterday and the ground is still pretty solid here, but I guess it depends on what's going on down there. So,
yeah. So
I did have had a nice little conversation with Mr. Lee Tice this afternoon. We chatted on the phone for a while.
Oh yeah.
They got their well, it's probably over by now, but had another meeting with the Scott County Fair Board tonight, and they're hoping to nail things down so they can actually get going with their Jordan schedule and whatnot. So hopefully they got everything worked out there. We'll hear some good news on that front this week.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get that rolling. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, it just sounded like the Fair Board thinks they should be making millions of dollars off of it. They're not, so I think there's some greed going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, what honestly is the closest place to the metro area to ride that isn't like a private place? I mean,
it would have to be, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have to be Jordan.
I was gonna say Jordan, and then I could be off my marbles here, but Wouldn't the other closest track be Cedar Lake? But obviously they don't ride there in the summer,
they don't.
but
Yeah.
maybe he was pooping. Are you pooping,
No,
Jeff?
sorry guys. I had a little emergency here. I had a child that was having a panic attack.
Ooh.
Not good.
I couldn't ignore the sobbing anymore, so I had to go find out what was going on.
I just put him in the corner. Be fine.
Apparently, he's crying about my dad dying 2 years ago.
Oh no.
Out of the blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'll happen.
So I went in there and yelled at him. I said, "Hey, listen, buddy. No one in this house has the right to be sadder about it than me. So get over it."
Toughen up.
F1 key.
Yeah, so
I don't know. That really sucks, though.
what is the next closest track then? If you take Jordan out of the loop.
Well, it depends on where you're at. I mean,
True.
for me, it would be Meadow, hands down. Meadow and Millville. But, I mean, if you're up
you're
north
on the
of
north
Hall,
side.
then it would probably be Little Falls or, what's the other one?
Cambridge?
Cambridge, that's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, true. Yeah, hopefully they'll get everything ironed out and get back to it.
Yeah, I hope they get it nailed down. I thought we were guaranteed and everything was a go until I talked to him this afternoon. So hopefully they got it hashed out tonight.
What are you clowns talking about?
I talked to Lee this afternoon about Jordan,
Oh.
and I guess they were having another meeting tonight.
Mm.
Did they go
What
to
was
Daytona? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What was the outcome of the last meeting?
Well, I thought they had everything nailed down and that it was guaranteed that they were going to be back, but then talking to Lee this afternoon, he said that they were still kind of a long ways apart on what everybody expected out of them. So I don't know how much that had to do with whether or not there was going to be races out there this year, but guess we'll find out.
No good. No bueno.
Well, it might be bueno.
No bueno. No. Jeff, do you got anything on the MXGPs?
The only thing to report is that I unplugged my DVR when they were supposed to be recording, so I was doing some flooring, and so turns out I did not get any of the. I guess the MX1 was the more exciting race, or MXGP was the more exciting race. But
I say, were you
I know the
flooring at
results, I
5
just
o'clock
didn't
in the
see
morning?
any.
Because that's when they were on.
No, that was the 250. The GP was on in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why the 250s were. The 250s are probably kind of boring at this point, with Hurling's winning every moto so far.
I give
I
him
think
halfway through the year he'll break his femur, and
he's only done that 2 years in a row.
Just keep him off the 85s.
I don't know if he's winning by a mile either, or if he's just winning by a little bit, but he's looking pretty solid. I guess the MXGP would have been pretty good to watch, but I don't know why they go to Thailand. I just don't get it.
It looked just absolutely terrible.
I saw qualifying highlights, I think. And it didn't look too bad, but I didn't think that there was a big spat between Townley and Luongo. But how shitty the track was. You watched some of it last
looked
night,
terrible.
you said?
Yeah. And it looked like Kellogg on its worst day ever.
Well, it was. They said the temperature was twice what they saw in Qatar. So
Yeah.
if it's twice as hot as a desert, that's pretty gnarly.
It's pretty much what it looked like.
So I'm guessing keeping the track moist was a problem. I bet the riders were moist, though.
All the flaggers were out there. They had, like, bandanas covering their noses and their mouths, and then they had something over their head, too, so, like, all you could see was their little eyeballs.
Oh, boy.
It was pretty gnarly.
I would have been... They should have went back to the track they were there at last year. That track wasn't... I didn't think it was horrible. But this one looked kind of lame. They had some pretty big jumps, though, like some stuff that looked ridiculous, as usual. But I guess the dirt must have just been that shitty that Conley was pissed about it. He won qualifying, too, so it wasn't like he was not good at it. But
he won practice? Sweet.
Qualifying, not practice.
Oh.
He held the pole, as they say.
Smoked the pole.
I love how the main building was a grass-covered hut. It had a thatched roof.
and every other building out there was like portable.
Oh yeah, it does look. I mean, I can see Townley's when he said we're out in the middle of nowhere on a flat piece of shit. Is what he said. Something like that. But
that's pretty much that's
true.
Pretty accurate.
And I don't know if this is like a road race facility or something. Oh my God!
It didn't look like there was anything there.
What is going on? Oh my God! I just watched the opening. Like I'm watching the highlights from MX2 because I just pulled my DVR out, and guys are yard sailing everywhere in the first couple laps. Just watched the guy go crazy on a straightaway, basically, and drive off into those banners and just eat it. And wood stakes go flying everywhere, and banners everywhere.
It's no big deal.
Well, that's a weird sound. What just happened?
I turned my mic back on. It might have been it.
But maybe you're getting on an airplane.
Oh, I'm just gonna check something here. Hang on.
Roger, checking. Ooh, I heard myself.
So, Matt, I guess there might be a little bit of a contingent from up north coming down this weekend.
That's the rumor I heard, too.
But I wonder if they're going to rethink them plans if something opens.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I wouldn't... It's going to be tough to go to an indoor track when it's so nice out. But I do remember riding at the sandbox when it was 80 degrees outside, so...
Yeah. I think it's going to be tough to ride outside anywhere this weekend.
Down here, I would say you're probably right. I don't think there's much going on down here. It's really early. I mean...
Yeah.
That would probably be the earliest we've ever gotten outside, I think. I think like it was the 20th when we had that really nice weather last time.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, I was out in the yard yesterday, and the ground is still pretty solid. I feel like if you were to go try to dig up a track or do any kind of work at all, you're going to be grabbing some big-ass chunks of frost still. I'm never a big fan of early spring riding anyway. I like to wait until the frost is completely gone and the ground is firmed up. And
there's been times I think where I've been at like Kellogg where it's spongy, and I think it seems like it's the best it's ever. I just love that like stickiness to the dirt when it's spongy and not
Yeah.
greasy. It's kind of, you only get that when it's either after it's been saturated for a week and then it's been dry for a few days. But I mean, when it's got water on it, it's terrible. But there's been times where it's been like, I don't know, like a marshmallow consistency, and it's awesome.
When you land, you better land on the gas.
Yeah, to some extent, but I guess I'm looking back to that race, that Pro-Am, when it was like kind of spongy, and I really liked the track there. It seemed so sticky, like you had gobs of traction. Some guys don't like that. I have a feeling like the sand guys don't like that kind of feeling, but I love it.
Yeah. I don't really like that. I like to be able to slide around.
Oh man, I'm watching this track and it was horrible. Like second moto, 28 minutes left. It's so dusty you can barely see the riders. What is going on?
No,
My phone vibrated, made noise. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we heard.
I didn't even look at your sheet tonight, Scotty. I just wrote the track was dog shit.
It's okay. We got off to a rough start.
What was this talk about not having a show?
I don't know. I just ran into little technical difficulties at the beginning, and I don't know why it was doing what it was doing, and I was having some audio issues. So, like normally,
You have to ask yourself, Scott, when you say that you don't have time for a dirt bike, to have a dirt bike, do you ever sit and think about what you would do on Monday nights if you didn't do a podcast?
sit on my ass. It'd be awesome.
Did you guys
Aren't you
see,
sitting on your ass right now?
Damn it! Yes, you are. You're right.
Because I'm
Did
not
you guys-
doing anything out of the ordinary except I'm sitting on the couch talking to you guys.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Did you guys see or hear about Hurling's almost die over there? We talked
No.
about his season-ending injury or crash. He had right out, I don't know if you watched. You probably saw a little bit of the track, Jason. But there was like this roller section, this wave section, and then there was a big tabletop after it.
Yeah.
He went and he almost yard sailed big time off of it, and then he got out of control when he took off from the lip, and like the bike whipped the wrong way that he was expecting it, and then he got super nose down and got really out of control looking, and then he landed and he went left when the track went right, and he just crossed right in front of someone else, like damn near hit him, and they were talking about that, how it could have been a season ender for him. I guess the bike did whip the direction he wanted, but it kind of dropped and turned on him, and he almost yard sailed hard, but got super lucky. And he was talking about afterward. He was talking about how his suspension, something happened with his suspension through the waves, and it just kicked him funny off the lip. But you almost got your prediction there, Scotty.
The little wave
But then
section was weird.
The thing is, he got his shit together after that, and he's in like third or fourth, I think, at this point, and comes back and passes these guys eventually and rode away with the win. But I'm sure he had a load in his pants.
It's really hard to ride like that.
I don't think I have any experience with that, but
I should say I'm guessing it's really hard to ride like that.
Well, you said it. You took the cat out of the bag. It's no putting it back in now.
The only time I ever rode with a load in my pants is when Kellogg got into my pants somehow.
Well,
I don't know that this track, it's not too bad of a layout, but it's pretty much a flat track. That must be a road race course, ain't it? It's gotta be.
I don't know. I don't know if it was. I'm not sure what it was.
Unless they just, maybe it was portable buildings because they just built it out in a damn field.
It's pretty much what it looked like. I mean, all the stands were like portable. Everything was portable. They were talking about like having to pit out of shipping containers instead of haulers and stuff, and it's just like, oh, that just sounds terrible.
Why would you ever want to go to an MXGP?
I don't know.
I mean, it's clearly not designed for spectators since they don't allow spectators anywhere near the track.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with the exception of the American rounds where it's, with Glen Helen, you can at least go near the track. And I think like Millville where you can get 5 feet from the track. I just don't understand why anyone would go to a GP and sit in a grandstand and watch one tiny section of a track. But
it was pretty funny yesterday. What's his name was? He was talking about the American rounds, and he was talking about Glen Helen, and then he said something about it. And of course, the week before, we're going to be at ZMAX Dragway. Obviously, what is he, British or whatever? So
what did you say? What was it?
They say Z instead of Z, so it's ZMAX Dragway.
Them damn British people. Aluminium.
That was pretty damn funny.
Color with a U.
Between that and saying that everybody is adrift. Nearly 16 seconds adrift.
Oh, man.
There's 3 abreast. Where?
I'd look for that.
Breasts.
That would catch my attention. 3 breasts.
You guys are tricking me. Oh, shoot. All right, gentlemen. Are we good? Stick a fork in me.
I just killed it.
Oh, yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Well.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Sorry if the audio... I tried checking the audio. I had a few people say that it was cutting out, but when I checked it, it seemed to be working, so we'll have to see. Maybe I'll try to get it uploaded and see what happens. But sorry for any audio issues if you're having any.